it's me again with my favorite bling bling gear. For this video, I'm going to discuss the building setup within your mansion. Many players have asked in the Grand Mafia official Discord server, what is the recommended number of training centers, diamond labs, and hospitals that I need to build? And for resources buildings, is it much better if just building them almost in equal number or just one type of resources building? The number of training centers, diamond labs, and hospitals depend on what setup you want your mansion to be that will suit your playing style at the time. Here are my suggestions. If you are starting to train your meat shields and T4s, so you can be able to take a full T4 raids in the future, I suggest maximum of 2 training centers, but basically one is already enough, 2 or 3 hospitals, and the rest are diamond labs, which is around 12 or 13 diamond labs. If you manage to upgrade them into level 25, that will give you around 240% or 260% training speed. If all are only level 24, that's around 192% or 208% training speed. This setup is kinda risky, so you have to be bubbled all the time until you are done training your meat shields. Once you completed your troops composition, you can start changing your diamond labs into hospitals. If you are in offensive style setup like raid leaders, I suggest 1 training center, 8 diamond labs, and 8 hospitals. But if you feel like you want more hospital capacity, 6 diamond labs and 10 hospitals will do. If you are in defensive style setup like my F2P account, after I'm done training my meat shields, I slowly change my diamond labs into hospitals so I can test if I can take a raid with my current troops composition. And right now, I have 1 training center, 2 diamond labs, and 14 hospitals. Currently, I have 688,800 hospital capacity. I did take a raid from a guy with 2 legacy and the rest are Grand Godfather's gear a month ago. And I'm satisfied with the results as they only wounded or killed my T2s. So I know what I have to improve with my troops composition against with a guy like him or maybe with a higher stats than him. So let's compute in Excel on how I got the big hospital capacity. In one level 25 hospital have 40,000 capacities. So let's write it down here. Hospital capacity 40,000, and then number of hospital, which I currently have 14, and then let's multiply them. So that's a total of 560,000, and this will be the total hospital capacity. There is an investment for hospital capacity 1 under City Hall weapons, I only have it at level 9, which gives me an additional 3% hospital capacity. Another investment is hospital capacity 2, that is under formation, which I managed to max out, so it gives me an additional 10% hospital capacity. And lastly, under Governor's War, which is hospital capacity 3, I haven't unlocked it yet, so no additional buff under this investment. The total of additional hospital capacity from investment is 13%. So additional from investment, which is 13%, and then we're going to multiply it by total hospital capacity, and it equals to 72,800 hospital capacity. And then let's add it. This will be total capacity. So now it's a total of 632,800. So this will be total hospital capacity with additional from investment. Since I'm still in Gov War S4, my current faction occupied Downstate Hospital, which gives 10% hospital capacity. Additional from Downstate Hospital, which is 10%. So multiply it by total hospital capacity, and it equals to 56,000 capacities, and then add it with total hospital capacity with additional from investment. That's a total of 688,800 capacity, which is my current hospital capacity. If I set up my Gov War specs under development on the healing side, it will give me 10% hospital capacity if the specs are maxed out. So additional from Gov War specs, and that's 8 and then we're going to multiply it by total hospital capacity is equals to 56,000 capacities, and then add it with current hospital capacity. So it will make my hospital capacity to a total of 744,800. So this will be current hospital capacity with additional from GW specs. There was a reconstruction of upstate central building that gives 50% hospital capacity when your faction managed to finish the second round of the event, and that additional buff lasts until Gob War ends, and then the buff ends few days ago, so if ever it's still active, that will be additional construction, which is 50%, and then multiply it with total hospital capacity, and it's equals to 280,000 capacities, and then add it with current hospital capacity with additional from Gob War specs, and that will be a total of 1,024,800 capacities. This will be current hospital capacity with additional from GW specs and reconstruction. Also, if I manage to max out hospital capacity 1 and 3 investment, that gives a total of 11% additional capacity. So additional from investment, which is 11%, and then we're going to multiply it with total hospital capacity, and that equals to 61,600, and then we're going to add it with current hospital capacity with additional from Gob War specs and reconstruction, So it will be a total of 1,086,400 capacities. If I make my number of hospital into 15, total will be 1,164,000 capacities. It's so very nice to have that amount of hospital capacity you can get, isn't it? So let's move on to resources buildings. It is much better to choose one type of resource building to build so you can maximize the resources production. Like I did in this account, I have built mostly smelter and all of them are level 25 already and currently can produce 1.8 million metal per hour without additional 25% buff, and my specs aren't set for metal prod. So if I activate 25% metal production, after that I can produce 1.9 million metal per hour now. So if I change my specs for metal prod, so I can produce 3.1 million metal per hour, which is really nice compared if you rub it on a tile. I also make my enforcer with metal production into grand, and both have 150% metal production buff on their skills. I also focused on Joanna's first talent, which is metal production. I made this building setup in this way so I can only focus on rubbing arms, cargos, and diamonds. Also, so I can share with my faction mates. For some reason, most of my faction mates badly needed metal, probably cause mostly healing bruisers and biker troops. As for my alt, I have built it to be a hyper arms producer, so it's more on ammo shop and also more diamond logs, so it can produce a good amount of diamonds as well. I also going to focus its enforcers that have arms production to become grand soon, so the arms productions will increase. After I make those enforcers with construction buff into grand, and then I'm going to focus its investment under economy to increase the arms production. If I plan to create another alt, it would be to make it a hyper cargo producer and more diamond labs as well. Once your panel is full and turns to an orange bar like this, the resources building stop producing, so you need to transport it with your main or another alt to produce again. Making hyper farms are good for those who are too lazy to rub tiles and making your main account as the resources bank. And that's all for now, guys. If you have any comments or suggestions, just write it down in the comment sections. Thanks for watching. See ya!